gave him to God. And people are going to tell me I am crazy, but he is real, and he loves you.
Police are speaking with 40-year-old Ruth Miller along a wooded trail, and while she appears calm and entirely detached right now, she has just committed a gruesome family execution.
Why do you think they're in the water?
Because that's where they are.
They are. It's a test from God. And God told me he's in the lake, and a fish.
This is no ordinary mother. Driven by a dark, hidden obsession, she believed she was following a higher command, but a series of bizarre tests would slowly unravel a terrifying family secret, leaving the entire town in shock as the truth about this devout Amish woman begins to surface.
Well, I went earlier and I jumped in the lake too, but I could swim, so I could not. It was a test from God.
On August 23, 2025, Miller family embarked on a routine family camping trip to Atwood Lake, Ohio, expecting nothing but peaceful memories. Instead, among them, a 43-year-old Marcus Miller and his 4-year-old son, Vincent, became the ultimate casualties of a terrifying religious delusion that turned their sanctuary into a watery execution ground. The tranquility of Atwood Lake Marina shattered when a frantic call hit the 911 dispatch. A golf cart packed with passengers had just plunged straight off the dock into the deep water.
911, station emergency.
This is Atwood Lake Boats. We have an emergency here at the marina.
Okay.
We had a golf cart with a load full of people just went into the water.
Okay, they went out.
It literally just happened. I just called 911.
Okay.
As first responders rushed to the scene, what initially looked like a tragic traffic mishap quickly unraveled into something sinister. Bystanders noted that the mother, Ruth Miller, wasn't screaming for help. Instead, she was calmly praying with her remaining children, muttering that it was time for her husband to leave this world, and casually dropping a bombshell. Her husband and youngest son were already dead at the bottom of the lake.
All right, so can you catch me up on what's going on? We're at my dispatch. We're so confused.
Mom evidently drove the golf cart into the lake down at the marina.
Okay.
Sidewalk down by where the rental dock is. She said God made her, was asking her to do things. And
Yeah, so when I first got here, a bystander was saying that he saw him praying with the kid, saying that it was time for her husband to go and stuff like that. It seems like she's got some.
she said her husband or her youngest son drowned this morning. So we need to locate her husband and son.
Yeah.
So now the bike that she was on is this bike, and I don't know if you're here or not, but the golf cart's at the marina. The husband, we don't know where he's at. The 4-year-old is alleged to have drowned this morning.
And the dad.
By her word, yeah.
Ruth and her husband, Marcus Miller, had brought their traditional Amish family from Holmes County for a simple weekend getaway. Now, Marcus and their 4-year-old boy, Vincent, were nowhere to be found. As the submerged golf cart was being secured, first responders immediately isolated the 2 eldest Miller children, their 18-year-old son and 15-year-old daughter, trying to stitch together the morning's timeline. Amidst the chaotic backdrop of the marina, these teenagers didn't cry or panic. They sat there, facing the deputies' urgent questioning with a chilling, detached calm, as if death was nothing more than a prearranged routine.
Would your dad and little brother be out at Area 3? Where's your dad and little brother? In the water? Why do you think they're in the water?
Because that's where they are.
They are. It's a test from God.
When asked where their father and baby brother were, the children replied with an eerie calmness, in the water. And while the Rangers kept the traumatized teenagers secured, a manhunt was launched for Ruth, who had slipped away into the park's wooded trails on a bicycle. Rangers then tracked Ruth down near the park's welcome center. She wasn't hiding, nor was she running. She stood there, completely detached from the frantic rescue efforts unfolding across the lake.
I gave him to God.
You gave him to God.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I threw him in the lake, and I gave him to God. And people are going to tell me I am crazy, but He is real. And he loves you. He really does love you. He loves you. And I doubted him. I doubted him so many times. But I am to tell you, he is coming soon. He is coming very soon. Prepare your hearts. The end is close. And I'm for sure supposed to tell you that he does love you. Okay?
The horrifying truth became instantly clear. The deadly spiritual trials her teenage children had just described to investigators did not originate from an innocent misunderstanding. They were the direct execution of Ruth's deeply twisted, apocalyptic decree.
Ma'am, can you explain to me what happened? Who did you throw in the water?
I gave my son to God.
Your son?
Yes.
Where's your husband?
He went for a walk this morning.
And you haven't seen him
He
since?
didn't ever come back. And we went to the boat and his clothes were there. And God told me he's in the lake and a fish swallowed him. And you're actually supposed to go look for him in the bottom of the lake. And you will find the fish. And you will find my husband. And then you will believe. But ye of little faith that did not believe before seeing.
Okay.
So send people down to the bottom of the lake looking for a fish.
How old's your son that's in the lake?
4. He's sweet. I love him. I gave him to her.
Okay.
As the deputy attempts to ground Ruth Miller in reality, her answers only pull the investigation deeper into a labyrinth of biblical hallucinations. She doesn't just admit to sacrificing her 4-year-old child. She lays out a surreal narrative about her missing husband, Marcus, that mirrors ancient scriptural folklore. In Ruth's fractured mind, Marcus hadn't drowned due to a tragic mistake. He had been chosen. She genuinely believed that he had gone for a walk, left his clothes on their boat, and that God told her a giant fish had swallowed him whole. She even challenged the deputies to send divers down to find the fish, believing it would prove her divine truth to the faithless world.
Please be with me. Please be with me. Lord, please.
Come on, Ruth.
I give myself to you. This is you. I give myself to you. I have faith in you. Lord, do not let them lift me. Do not let them lift me, Lord. This is you. I give myself to you. I give myself to you, Lord. I love you, Lord.
Come on, Ruth.
Lord, I love you. Lord, do not let them do this to me. Lord, I love you. I love you, and I want to be with you in heaven. Lord, I want to be with you. Lord, I want to be with you. You are an awesome God, you reign. You are an awesome God, you raise. On heaven and earth, the slings of love. You are an awesome God, you raise. You are an awesome God, you raise.
The moment the metal cuffs click around Ruth Miller's wrists, her psychological delusion morphs into a desperate, ritualistic resistance. She turns her own body into a dead weight, weaponizing her twisted faith against the officers. As they struggle to lift her limp form, Ruth begins to chant frantically, begging God to paralyze her so the law cannot move her. Dragged across the grass, completely detached from the horror of the lives she just stole, the mother begins to sing a gospel hymn. In her mind, this arrest wasn't a consequence of murder, it was a holy martyrdom. With Ruth on her way to a psychiatric ward, detectives dug into the children's testimonies, uncovering a horrific morning filled with what the family perceived as divine tests. The children detailed a systematic ritual. Early that morning, Ruth had forced one of her daughter to jump off the dock. Fortunately, she knew how to swim and climbed back out to shore.
So when you guys got up this morning, what did you guys all do? One at a time. Go ahead. On the end.
Well, we woke up, we watched the TV.
Uh-huh.
Then we went with Mom on the golf cart.
So the three of you went with your mother on a golf cart.
Well, I went earlier and I jumped in the lake too, but I could swim, so I did not. It was a test from God.
Okay? I'm not disputing that, okay?
To her, being forced into the treacherous waters earlier that morning wasn't an attempted murder. It was merely a spiritual hurdle. Because she possessed the basic survival skill to swim back to shore, she processed her mother's deadly actions not as a betrayal, but as a successfully passed test of faith from God. After that, they sat in the camper, waiting for their father and baby brother, unaware both were already dead. Then, Ruth packed them into the golf cart and drove it straight into the lake, telling them it was the final trial to prove their loyalty to God.
And you jumped in the lake, and then you got back out, and then you guys came back to the camper?
No, then they came, and then we went and we prayed for a little while.
And where was this at?
And then we waited for Dad and Vincent, but they did not come.
Drove to the marina? She just drove it into the lake?
That was another test that we were supposed to do.
Okay, so nobody saw Vincent after he left with your mom this morning. And nobody has seen your dad since last night.
As the investigation widened into the Amish community, church elders and neighbors revealed that the red flags had been waving for weeks. Ruth's mental health had been deteriorating rapidly, creating an unbearable psychological pressure cooker inside the home.
So you felt like, in not so many words, the way I understand it is you felt that she was somewhat better enough to maybe get through the day. However, long term, you're thinking we have to get her placement someplace because she's having enough episodes that it's causing problems. Now, what about him? Did he show any signs of that to you, or did he?
He's always been the strong person in the family, but I think it wore him down. Is what I really think happened. It wore him down where.
Let me call you right back.
I'm not quite sure. He made. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. He called a couple guys this week.
Okay.
Explaining and told them, hey, I just wanted you to know that I really appreciate it.
Okay.
And
was that odd, do you think?
Yeah, he said that's not Mark at all.
Okay.
And so we have before church Sunday we have singings and stuff.
Right.
Practice singing.
Sure.
So he showed up Thursday night, which was he usually doesn't, but we've now found out that he felt that he's supposed to lead a song. That God told him that he should lead a song, and that was
a little strange.
A little strange.
Yep.
And he also told his mom, and I think he called her and apologized for stuff, and felt I guess he felt that something's going to happen, but he might not.
But the most tragic twist was Marcus. Worn down by his wife's escalating madness, he fell victim to folie à deux, a shared psychosis. In the days leading up to the tragedy, Marcus began acting out of character, making eerie goodbye calls to friends, and telling his mother he wouldn't be around much longer. By evening, rescue teams pulled 4-year-old Vincent's body from the docks. The next morning, Marcus was found. Coroners concluded that Marcus didn't commit suicide or get murdered. He accidentally drowned, completely detached from reality, chasing the exact same illusion that possessed his wife.
So you took the golf cart to the lake, and you had promised the night before that you would give your son or all of your kids.
I have all my kids.
That so you made the promise the night before you were going to give your husband and all your children to God. And so
they could be in heaven because I think it's beautiful in heaven.
So you take the golf cart and you went to the dock, and Vincent went with you. And then what happened?
And then I threw him in
Where were you when you threw him in?
at the end of it. And Vincent would come up, but I couldn't reach him. I tried to, but I couldn't.
You tried to reach him after you threw him in? Did you call anybody for help?
No,
Why not?
because I felt God had him. And what's better than to let God have your
Behind closed doors in the interrogation room, Ruth laid bare the execution of her divine pact with cold, mathematical precision. She detailed the exact moment she walked little Vincent to the edge of the wooden planks and dropped him into the abyss. Final verdict. The tragic saga of the Miller family reached its final legal conclusion in March 2026. Inside the courtroom, the sheer weight of Ruth Miller's mental degradation became impossible to ignore. 3 independent, comprehensive psychiatric evaluations all pointed to the exact same diagnosis. At the moment she drove that golf cart into the water and threw little Vincent off the dock, Ruth was suffering from a total detachment from reality. Consequently, the jury delivered a verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity. In the American justice system, this is far from a walk to freedom. Instead of a prison cell, Ruth Miller was handed an indefinite commitment to a maximum security psychiatric institution. She will spend her days behind heavily guarded walls, and she will only ever taste freedom if a board of medical experts can definitively prove she no longer poses a danger to society. A prospect that, given the depth of her psychosis, remains highly unlikely. This case leaves us not with a cold-blooded villain driven by greed or malice, but with a haunting caution about the destructive power of untreated mental illness. In a matter of hours, a mother's severe delusions managed to completely dismantle her family, erasing the lives of her husband Marcus and 4-year-old Vincent, while leaving her surviving children to carry the phantom weight of those deadly tests of faith for the rest of their lives. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you appreciate our deep dive analysis of behavioral psychology and raw body cam footage, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a case breakdown.